Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and today what I want to talk to you about is picking a bug out location. Okay, so you have your gear, you have your bug out bag, you have your equipment, you have everything ready to go, but do you know exactly where you're going? Which is probably one of the most important things, is being ready to bug out, but also having somewhere to bug out too. Now what you see in front of you here is, this is a map of kind of a local area. It's a large area between Los Angeles County and Kern County, and it's a map that shows topographies, roads, rivers, anything that might be here. This map has everything listed on it. So I suggest you buying a map of the local area that you plan to bug out to, and a physical map like this that doesn't require electronics, and keep this on hand. Okay, so now, being that this video is about picking the correct location, I want you guys to look something up. Whether you have to turn away from this video now and go look it up and then come back, or you just look it up afterwards, I want you guys to look up the edge effect, okay, as it applies to hunting. Okay, the edge effect also does, apply to civilizations, but for the most part, I want you to look up the edge effect in hunting. A lot of you hunters are probably nodding your head, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Because wildlife, just like people, will gravitate to edges. What edges are, they're changes in either vegetation or topography that allow animals and even people in this matter to gravitate towards one specific location. For instance, if you have a large grassy area and a river comes through it, okay, that spot where the grassy area and the river meet, that would be considered an edge. Or like a topographical edge would be also something like maybe a forested area that goes to a cliff, okay, and a drop off. Now there tends to be reasons why that let's say deer or something would gravitate to an edge, and that's because, well, there could be water. The water leads to different vegetation, and the multitude of types of vegetation and the availability of shade and the water, everything else, just kind of leads to a perfect scenario for these animals to go to. And that's the same for people, and that's what you want to beware of, is that people are going to gravitate to edges also. Okay, people have this want to be able to see far distances in emergencies, okay, and that's what they're going to be looking for. Is if you see a ledge and there's water nearby and you can look out and there's defensible spaces, people are just going to be gravitated towards that. If there's rivers and there's nice vegetation and trees and all of this stuff, people are going to be gravitated towards that river. They're going to want to be camped up near that river, near where they can get water. So in picking your perfect bug out location, the best thing to do is find multiple edges. Okay, for instance, like a change in vegetation, another change in vegetation, and then maybe some water over here, another area. And instead of posting yourself up right by the water location, because everybody wants water, right? It's the rule of threes. Everybody's going to want that water. Instead of making yourself so exposed by water, even though you do need the other resource that might be over here, another resource, find a good spot in the middle. Get your map and find a good spot that's in the middle of something. Okay. Now for me, I want to find somewhere where there's water and shelter. I live in the desert, and it gets very, very hot, and in the winter it gets very, very cold. I also need water. So in a desert-like environment, water and shelter are going to be two of my primary things that I'm going to be looking for when it comes to my bug out location. So I want to find something near water and something that has the materials to where I can build shelter if I haven't brought shelter with me. But at the same time, I'm going to need food. So knowing where my edges and other edges might be, where animals are going to gravitate to, is also going to be another reason why I might pick that central location, so that I can travel out of my safe location into any direction and be able to hit one of those edges where I know if I need to go hunting, I can get something, if I need to go get water, or whatever other resource that it might be. I know I'm kind of running through this fast, but I think it's important because a lot of people say, well, I'm going to head to the national forest or a national park, or there's a lake near my house, I'm going to go near that lake, or I'm going to go near that river because that's water for me. But you have to remember, everybody else is going to be doing that same thing. Everybody else is going to be going for that water source. Everybody else is going to be going for that same spot. Okay? And a lot of people, they're going to feel that need to be near roads too. So being away from a road might be, a good thing. All those people that are traveling, those people that might be armed and want to take your stuff, they're going to be traveling down those roads. And if they break down, they're going to be moving around these areas near the road. Some people will not leave the road. It's security for them. And so these are all things that you want to consider. Find somewhere that is at the center of an edge, and like I said, look up the edge effect. Find something that's in the center of several edges. Find something that is away from roads. Find something that has water in a walkable, distance, shelter, and different things like that. Go there and visit it. Camp there for 1 night, 2 nights. Take your family, take your kids. See what kind of wildlife is there, what kind of vegetation is there. If you're talking about serious prepping, then you need to talk about serious bug out locations. A lot of us have maybe cabins or somewhere else to go, or maybe a trailer, a fifth wheel, whatever it might be. If that's your plan, how are you going to get to where you need to go? Because if you're taking a highly traveled road to somewhere where you can camp, other people are going to take that as well. So, that how you bug out is up to you. Whether or not you're going to bug out in a 40-foot RV, or you're just going to bug out in a truck with a whole crap load of supplies in the back of a 10-foot car trailer. That's up to you. But research your location, research the edge effect, keep the rule of threes in mind, have a good quality map that you're going to keep on hand, and then once you've found a place that looks good on the map, go there and spend some time there. You might be surprised, because if you ever need to get out of Dodge, that information alone could save your life. Now, I know this video is running a little bit long, guys, and I'm really sorry, but given the current circumstances and the way things are going in the world today, a lot of these people on YouTube are my buddies, and I want to see everybody make it through this all right. And when everything blows over and passes by, we can all continue on with what our lives were. But thank you guys very much for watching. I am sure there is a ton of stuff that I missed. Everybody's going to be different. Your elevation is going to be different. Whether or not you're in a wooded area or a desert area like me, your topography is going to be different. But as long as you follow those rules of three and the edge effect, I think that your location will be fine. Because remember, not only animals will follow the edge effect, so will people. So thank you guys very much for watching. This was just a short dive into finding your bug out location. Have a great day.